The regular recommended daily dose of funny is just not enough. Thankfully, we have extra funny with TJ and Riggins.
From the life imitating the internet department, this Florida nurse has been allegedly caught by her husband, and she's been arrested and her nursing license revoked because the story is that Alec, this is the way she's being accused, hasn't been proven guilty, so we have to say all of that stuff. So Alex Von Yates, 35. She's awaiting criminal trial for last July's alleged statutory rape of a minor who was visiting his father in Ocala, Florida for summer vacation. Story is the dad came home and caught his wife making the relations with his 15-year-old son. So it was 15-year-old's 35-year-old stepmom.
Yeah. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
And the revocation of her nursing license is because, you have to abide by a certain standard in life to be a nurse, and one of them is, not making relations with a minor and being arrested for it.
Yeah, I believe it. Man, stepmom, huh?
Mm-hmm. So let's see if they get into details about the story of, maybe how it happened. On the night of July 26, 2024, Yates put her 2 children to bed and then hung out with her 15-year-old stepson on the living room couch. The pair reportedly hit a THC vape, played video games, and watched movies. While his lineman father was working late, and this is according to Marion County arrest affidavit, around 1 a.m., Yates flipped on horror movie Terrifier 2, then further tempted the minor, declaring the movie was boring and stated how, quote-unquote, horny she was. Because, quote, she had not had sex in 2 weeks and she was on her business.
Okay. Oh.
The pair then cuddled closer, with the 15-year-old first kissing Yates on the neck, and the pair proceeded to make out, with Yates allegedly saying, "I wish you were 18 because you're not old enough," according to the affidavit. Yates then, quote-unquote, kicked off her panties, and the pair engaged in oral relations and intercourse without a condom.
Oh, dear.
The unsuspecting father and husband came home from his blue-collar job to discover his wife and son on the couch, completely naked. The 15-year-old ran out of the house, but allegedly heard Yates explain that the child victim looked like his father when he was younger.
Ooh.
So, I just lost my mind. He looked like you.
Oh, no. This story is bad. Yikes.
The father then drove his son to his grandparents' house, telling the boy he, quote, ruined his life, end quote, while drinking beer on the drive over. What's that have to do with anything?
Well,
the dad's got a beer in his hand because he's neat. Would you want to drink?
I would want to drink, but.
And what does it matter if he's drinking it while he's driving over there? He's not drunk. Why does that even have to be part of the story?
Well, they are painting.
A redneck situation, yeah.
You ruined my life.
Right. Prior to the alleged sex assault, Yates allegedly engaged in several acts of seduction and overt flirtation toward the minor. Quote, "I bet everyone thought you were my little boy toy," Yates allegedly said to her stepson as the pair finished a workout at the gym she belonged to. On another occasion, Yates allegedly made a show of making whipped cream and then put some on her tongue and stuck it out at the minor. Oh, you like that?
Oh, gosh.
She said,
God.
according to the affidavit, the 15-year-old also told cops that in the week leading up to the alleged sexual encounter, Yates would regularly speak to him about being, quote unquote, horny. The day after the incident, Yates had the gall to call the boy, saying she wished they had kept having sex and that her husband had not discovered them. She also asked the 15-year-old to rate her sexual performance, to which he replied, quote, 7 out of 10, end quote. The affidavit read. A concerned family member reported the incident to police after the boy's father neglected to call the cops, according to the affidavit. They keep saying according to the affidavit because they don't want to be sued either. Yates was arrested in November, according to the Ocala News. Yates is charged with felony lewd and lascivious battery with a victim aged 12 to 16. She's pleaded not guilty.
Good luck with that. Whoa.
Sick, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the fact that she's got kids of her own?
Yeah.
The kids with the husband or whatever.
Right. It said to put the other 2 kids to bed.
Oh, yeah. And she's hooking up with the stepson in the living room.
Yeah. And he's only 15.
He's 15 years old.
How was it? Oh, 7 out of 10.
That is wild, man. Whoa. So they take your nursing license because of that? Because
I guess, yeah, because, I mean, you can't be a criminal.
you can't be a criminal.
Or, I don't know, maybe if she is found to be not guilty or innocent and charges dropped or whatever, maybe they would give the license back to her. But
What can your defense be? I mean, what is the defense there?
I don't know.
Be curious
I
to
have
hear
no
that.
idea. But if the dad didn't call the cops, it had to be a different family member, then he might change his story. I didn't say I saw that. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
it doesn't say whether they're still together or not.
The husband and wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't say anything about they've since have parted ways and whatever, or they're going through a divorce or they're separate. It didn't say any of that.
And it said in that story that he was in town visiting his dad. So that means stepson doesn't even live with him. Imagine when mom finds out what's been happening at dad's house, if this is any of that is true.
And he's out there trying to get people's electricity back on.
Yeah. His blue collar,
there,
on his
like
way back
that,
from his
yeah.
blue collar job.
I mean, he's been out there working his ass off
Yep.
at a dangerous job in the elements.
Yep.
Come home to find that.
My wife, my betrothed,
My
my soulmate.
And so she went months without anything happening.
That was September she got arrested?
Yeah, it happened in July, right? Isn't that what they said?
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see. Yeah, July 26, 2024. And then she was arrested in November
Oh. Yeah, that's a while.
because the dad didn't call the cops. It may have been his mom.
Yeah,
They called the cops.
yeah, right. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare.
And if she's still contacting him and talking about it and saying, I wish he hadn't come in,
Yeah.
that's awful.
Yeah.
You're like, how would you rate it? 7 out of 10?
7 out of 10. Is she hot?
No.
No.
But, for a 15-year-old, seductress,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
She looks like she's got store-boughts and
Oh.
she's attractive. Let me put it that way. She's attractive. She's not what you look at and go, damn, she is hot.
Yeah.
But
That is just crazy, man.
she's kind of mean mugging in her mugshot, though. I'll give her that.
bet
But then there are other pictures of her doing selfies and all. One, she's in her little nurse's uniform, little scrubs, and then there's another one where she's out on a boat and she's got a dragonfly that landed on her nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boobs up to here.
Yeah.
So
Man.
take that with you for the rest of the day.
This is TJ Riggins Extra Funny.
Table and Twine in Charlotte will be your best friend when summer rolls around. Treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tjriggins.com/table and twine. Pick your meals, and like magic, they'll show up on your doorstep, ready to be enjoyed within 20 minutes. Table and Twine does the shopping and chopping while you enjoy more time with the ones you love. Delicious restaurant quality meals delivered right to your door. See this week's menu and order today at tjriggins.com/table and twine.
Let's go. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, The Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
In Ace's memory, Peyton's Promise is doing more in 2025 thanks to you and great partners like Lily and Grace at tjriggins.com/LG. They help people love how they live in moments that matter. The Temple Team at tjriggins.com/Temple Team or 704-235-3000. Let them know TJ sent you.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Let's do it!
Now, back to TJ and Riggins Extra Funny.
It is in the Charlotte press now that I have taken on an extra job. I'll be working, doing a live news talk show, conservative leaning, obviously, leaning till it falls down, show from 7 until 9 in the PM, weeknights on WBT 1110 AM and 99.3 FM. And nothing about what we do here with Extra Funny or the TJ Riggins Show. And none of that's going to change. I'm just going to be working extra, hours and stuff. But you know what? I'm a spry young 55 in perfect health, so I can handle it. So we had a big meeting yesterday. It's the first time they had. It was the radio company's Charlotte office division. Quarterly meeting of the entire staff, everybody that works in the building at all the different radio stations. So they brought me in, introduced, the TJ of Ace and TJ fame is going to be working with us, and everybody's, oh yeah. And it was probably an hour and a half meeting by the time they went around with all the department heads giving updates on what's going on with them and stuff. And then at the end there was a raffle. A raffle, yeah, kind of like we're having fun at our meeting. They had food in there and the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, I didn't eat though. I don't. Yeah, I'd have been standing up and
sure,
it's kind of awkward. But they called my name at the end. They said, "TJ, you won the raffle," and I was like, "Come on now, that's got to be fixed."
Yeah,
the new guy, the legend,
sure,
superstar. Future broadcast Hall of Famer, the whole thing. Just the first day wins the raffle. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But I did, and I won a $50 gift card to the Top Golf.
Oh, cool.
And we were talking about that earlier, and Rob said that he loves the Top Golf. He loves going to Top Golf. Now, this is somebody who doesn't like going outside and doing things and doesn't like sports. He likes watching sports, football mainly, but he doesn't like playing any sports, but loves Top Golf. And is it because you can get chicken tenders at the same time you're playing golf, Rob?
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And the first thing he said was, they got a big old fan. You stand under a big old fan.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, when you go, Rob, do you like being on the bays that are way up high or down like lower to the ground?
Either one's fine.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the sun's not directly on me.
Yeah. And how often do you play the Top Golf?
I haven't a lot recently, but I used to go at least a couple times a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been several times.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
You don't have to be super into golf. It's more of like a bowling alley environment.
Yeah. And there's always one person in the group that has no clue how to keep score on a little electronic thing. There's always one person that can set it up quickly, and this is how whatever. But Rob, you keep a golf glove in your car all the time, just in case the Top Golf trip breaks out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's serious.
The first time I ever went, my hand was getting sore, or like rubbing or whatever. And a friend of mine suggested I go down to the shop,
the pro shop,
and get a glove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get a glove. And ever since then, it helps. So I just use it.
How much did that set you back at the pro shop there?
I think it was like $10 to $15.
Oh, that's not bad. Not bad.
It wasn't too bad now.
But Riggins, what if you buy that at the pro shop of a country club? How much was it? Like, say, Trump International out here, a few miles down the road.
The markup is insane.
Yeah. If it's got the Trump logo on it, it's probably like $50, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, that's a commitment.
Absolutely.
I've been several times, and I ain't got no golf glove.
No, man.
Mm-mm.
It's like it is a commitment. But he's prepared for a lot of things in that car. He brings his jackets with him. He's got 5 jackets. He's got 100 games piled up in his car. So like anytime something could break out, he wants to be prepared for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the equivalent of a hot girl in the summer walking around with a bikini in her purse or in her glove box.
Yeah,
because you never know when a bikini contest is going to break out.
Right. Same thing.
Same thing. Because, I mean, a free bar tab is a free bar tab.
That's exactly what it is, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
So let's say you went into the Top Golf, you got everything set up, you ordered your chicken tenders and sliders and whatever else that you got, and then you realized, damn, I forgot my glove in the car. Would you stop and go get it?
Yeah.
Before you start swinging the club?
Yeah, I'm not trying to get burn or whatever on my hands.
How much?
I'm hitting this thing so hard, you don't even understand.
How long are you there? If you're swinging the club so much that you're getting blisters and stuff.
We usually do about 2 hours.
Okay.
Damn, man, calm down, Tiger. You burning up your hand? You're ripping it so hard.
You need 2 gloves. That's what you need.
Holy crow.
Well,
is that the equivalent of bringing your own bowling ball to the bowling alley?
I think if you take your own clubs to the Top Golf, it might be.
Yeah,
equivalent.
But if somebody pulls out their own glove, you're like, oh, this person's super serious.
Yeah, taking a glove is the equivalent of taking a cue stick to shoot pool.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Well, you could also get a glove for bowling too, so it's similar there.
Yeah,
there's a bowling glove.
I used to have one of those too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, does it not have middle fingers, and it's just it goes on your hand, but it slips over the index and the pinky and the thumb.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not the thumb, because the thumb goes in a hole.
Right. It's just the 3 that you use in the ball are uncovered.
Yeah. Riggins.
Just gives you a little more traction.
What's the point? Why have a glove on the ones that aren't in the hole?
Because those are the ones that are on the ball, and they're touching the ball as it spins out of your hand and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you had it on the other ones, you wouldn't be able to fit it in the holes.
Right.
Whoa. Rush Limbaugh said that people used to pick on him all the time. They'd give him a hard time because he wore 2 golf gloves. He wore one on each hand, like they do in baseball.
Yeah, some people do that.
Mm-hmm.
Tender hands.
Oh, and our Rob is tender.
Oh,
he's
soft
delicate. He is delicate.
Yep. Yeah. I see him turn around. My hands! Look at my hands! What were you doing?
But the time he was playing the first time and was complaining because his hand was hurting. That's what I would have wanted to see. What? Is it that bad? We're drinking beer and eating pizza.
Yeah. What happened to your hands? Oh my God.
I mean, you're complaining because your hand hurts and there's not enough honey mustard. Those things don't go together.
It's Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins. Make your company part of the new radio explosion. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins.